I love Earth Day. It reminds me to appreciate all the things that make the world so beautiful. I decided I wanted to make the world more beautiful, so I planted flowers in my garden. We've been learning about pictographs, so I made a pictograph about my garden to use in our lesson today. Before we start, let's go over some important pictograph vocabulary words. Pictograph is another word for pictograph, and the purpose of a pictograph is to compare data using pictures or symbols. The title tells us what the graph is about. The categories are the specific data. The key tells us the value of each symbol. And the symbols or pictures represent certain amounts of data.
Today we are learning to analyze and compare data on a pictograph. We made a class pictograph about our favorite seasons, and you've made your own pictographs as well. Today we are going to continue to learn how to read pictographs and how to use the information to answer questions. Why are pictographs helpful? Well, pictographs are helpful because we can use the pictures on them to compare information with our eyes. Let's review how to read a pictograph. This is the pictograph I made about my garden. The title is Flowers Planted Last Weekend. This pictograph tells us about the number of flowers I planted on each day of the weekend: Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. These are the categories. This is the key. One picture equals one flower. How many flowers did Miss Lupo plant on Friday? Let's count the pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Miss Lupo planted 5 flowers on Friday. I'm going to write the number next to the category. How many flowers did Miss Lupo plant on Saturday? 1, 2, 3. Miss Lupo planted 3 flowers on Saturday. How many flowers did Miss Lupo plant on Sunday? Let's count the pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She planted 7 flowers on Sunday. Now we are going to learn how to answer questions using the pictograph and draw conclusions. How many flowers did Miss Lupo plant on Friday and Saturday in total? In total is an addition word. That means that I have to add the number that she planted on Friday to the number that she planted on Saturday. 5 plus 3 equals 8. How many more flowers did Miss Lupo plant on Sunday than Saturday? How many more is a subtraction phrase. This means that I have to subtract the number that she planted on Saturday from the number she planted on Sunday. 7 minus 3 equals 4. Miss Lupo planted 4 more flowers on Sunday than on Saturday. And if you notice, there's 4 more pictures on our graph. 1, 2, 3, 4 next to Sunday. How many fewer flowers did Miss Lupo plant on Saturday than Friday? How many fewer is another subtraction phrase. This means that I have to subtract the number that she planted on Saturday from the number that she planted on Friday. 5 minus 3 equals 2. Miss Lupo planted 2 fewer flowers on Saturday than Friday. And if you notice, there's 2 fewer in the Saturday category than in the Friday category, or 2 less. We can make observations when we look at picture graphs. I'm going to use comparing words in my observations. The comparing words are greater, less, more, fewer, greatest, least, most, and fewest. What observations can I make about this graph? Well, I noticed that Miss Lupo planted more flowers on Friday than she did on Saturday. I also noticed that Miss Lupo planted the fewest amount of flowers on Saturday, and Miss Lupo planted the most amount of flowers on Sunday.
I realized there's so much more beauty to see on our earth, so I went to Hector Park with my family and recorded videos of all the animals I saw.
Now you will watch the videos. There is a tally chart in your homework sheet. The title is Animals in Hector Park. In the video, you will see ducks, turtles, dogs, and geese, which means more than one goose. Every time you see an animal, you will write a tally on the tally chart next to that animal's category. When you finish tallying each animal, you will write a total. I will show you. How many ducks did Miss Lupo see at Hector Park? Let's watch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Miss Lupo saw 4 ducks at the park. Now you will tally the turtles, the dogs, and the geese. Don't forget to count them up and write your totals. Miss Lupo saw 4 ducks, 6 turtles, 5 dogs, and 7 geese. Does your tally chart look like mine? Pause the video and check, and make changes if you need to. Now you will use your tally chart to make your picture graph. The title of the picture graph is Animals in Hector Park. The categories are duck, turtle, dog, and geese, or goose. And the key is 1 circle equals 1 animal. I will do the first category for you. Miss Lupo saw 4 ducks at the park, so I will draw 4 circles next to duck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you will finish your picture graph using your tally chart. Pause the video to work and press play when you're done. Does your picture graph look like mine? Pause it to get more time and make changes if you need to.
On your homework sheet, jot down 2 observations about our graph. What do you notice about the graph? Don't forget to use a comparing word. They are greater, less, more, fewer, greatest, least, most, and fewest. Pause the video and write down your answer.
Don't forget to write your totals on your picture graph. It helps you with answering questions. Miss Lupo saw 4 ducks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turtles, she saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dogs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And geese, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now that you finish your picture graph, you will analyze data to answer questions. How many dogs and ducks did Miss Lupo see in total? Don't forget that in total is an addition word. Pause the video to find the answer and press play when you're done. How many dogs and ducks did Miss Lupo see in total? We have to add the number of dogs and ducks. The number of dogs is 5 and the number of ducks is 4. 5 plus 4 equals 9. Stop the video. How many more geese, or more than one goose, did Miss Lupo see than turtles? Don't forget that how many more is a subtraction phrase. Pause the video and figure out the answer. Play when you're done. How many more geese did Miss Lupo see than turtles? Miss Lupo saw 7 geese and 6 turtles. 7 minus 6 equals 1. Miss Lupo saw 1 more goose than she did turtles. There's one more symbol or picture on the picture graph for these categories. How many fewer ducks did Miss Lupo see than dogs? Don't forget that how many fewer is a subtraction word. Figure out the answer and pause the video if you need more time. Play it when you're done. How many fewer ducks did Miss Lupo see than dogs? Miss Lupo saw 4 ducks and she saw 5 dogs. 5 minus 4 equals 1. Miss Lupo saw 1 fewer duck than dog.